want to stay there.
Swept straight to the fielder, sent back. Good call. Last thing you need at this stage is a mix-up in the middle.
The last thing that you want to do is run out Asif Sheikh, because he's made it look easy.
Cut away. That's in the gap. Work to do for the field and the deep. He'll give up. That's a lovely four.
Important one coming at a crucial time. Just breaks the shackles there. He's holding 40, Asif Sheikh.
The placement here. That's what's impressive. There are two men behind point on the offside, and then there's a sweeper who's forward of square. So this placement has to be perfect, and it is.
Yeah, a lot goes through the mind of a batter at this stage. You've lost your top four. You're in good form, striking well. Should I change gears? Should I play my natural game? How does a batter adapt to these situations, HD?
The great players play the situation. You know, yes, every batter would like to have a role that they play within the side, but sometimes where the match position is, you can't just play that ideal role. You need to play accordingly, and at 61 for 4, they're in danger of being bowled out. So here, you just want to rotate the strike, find the odd boundary, and get yourselves into a position when maybe the last 4 overs, you can then put your head down. End of the 11th, 62 for 4.
Yeah, the fall of wickets well documented, suggesting it was sudden collapse in the 30s and the 40s that has put the Janakpur bowls on the back foot. Yas is looking good. There's so much spin on offer here for the Kathmandu Gorkhas. The luxury of the left arm spinners. Shah Alam has been quite a success story for Nepal cricket. Santosh Yadav's been impressive. Milan Kumar broke the back of the Janakpur bowls. Yeah, slow through the air this time. Nicely nudged away. Yeah, what's the safe score on the surface all of a sudden, HD? That's the million-dollar question.
Oh, that is the million-dollar question. Well, we know that the Gorkhas struggled last year with their batting. Didn't post anything significant, but it's a different looking team.
That's a brilliant hit. In the gap, up and over. No half measures. He had to reach out to it. And he races to 48 now, Asif. He's playing a gem of an innings this evening.
Alam's got 3 men on the leg side boundary, so he can't afford to be outside off stump because there's no protection on the offside, and this is width. But what a shot that is.
A play to situations. One for the shot, one for the throw, send back. He'll stay on 49 for the moment, but that's not the real story. The bigger picture is how long can he bat for the bowls, Asif Sheikh.
Yeah, Alam needs to be in and around middle and leg stump here because of the field. He can't be off stump and outside and expose his offside because there's just a long off and a sweeper on that offside.
Good over this for the Janakpur bowls. The ability to turn the strike around is so important in the T20 format, HD.
Percentage of dot balls, that's what you want to limit, is when you walk to the wicket as a batter for the first time, that's how you want to get yourself in, is rotate the strike.
Lovely delivery. Some extra bit of turn. They just try to play and roll his wrist over it and nudge it towards mid-wicket. Good shout as well. 8 runs coming off this over. It's 70 for 4. We are coming to you live from the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium here in Kirtipur. Day 1, match 1 in season 2 of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League. He's been impressive, Santosh. Just bowling around the stumps.
Yeah, all the spinners have been impressive, and I think particularly Santosh and Alam with their variation of pace. You know, it's flat, flat, and then one real slow.
You're just trying to create a scoring opportunity. That's what happens when the pressure builds. You tend to manufacture shots and try to play the angles as well. All right, then Asif Sheikh on 49. He's been a picture of focus and concentration this evening. And he's looked very good. Comes back for the second and brings up the first half century of season 2 of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League. Asif Sheikh in prime form. And the boys in the dugout as well stand to applaud what has been a matured and a sensible innings.
Well, it's had to be sensible and mature because his team have got themselves into a pickle. But gee, he's played well. I mean, 52 of just 38 deliveries while his side's been losing wickets. So he's maintained that tempo and put them in a position from a net run rate perspective is where they're in a decent position.
Hey,
75 runs, out of which 52 has come from the bat of Asif, which means the remaining it is. If you take a look at that batting card, picture will be very clear as well. Pushing for the second. They'll settle for one. And this partnership slowly building. 13-27. It's 76 for 4. Just the one batter getting into double figures, and that's a half century for the Janakpur bowls in the form of Asif Sheikh. But Milanta flattered to deceive, looked good with an early boundary. Anil Kumar Shah lasted 2 deliveries, and Nicole Lofty-Eaton and Sanjay Krishna Murthy, well, they couldn't really put some resistance up in the middle. Nicely picked away. This protection in the deep. He'll only get a single. All right, then, just the right time to head across to the sidelines. We have Jess Crow standing by with West Indian legend and the head coach of Janakpur Bowls, Shivnarayan Chandrapal.
Here I am, joined next to me by Shiv Janapur. Shiv, the team have 77 runs on the board. What do you make of their performance so far?
Look, we started well. We lost a few wickets. We lost the way a little bit. We're trying to rebuild, and then once we have a little partnership going, then we can decide on the back end how we go.
And the wicket is proving quite spin-friendly this evening. Is this something you're going to take forward into the next innings?
Well, it all depends on what happens in the next innings.
Audio's gone.
It might not be that.
Yeah, Ben Charles was excited behind the stumps. He felt there was something in that appeal that's been referred upstairs. This will be a body blow to Janakpur bowls' chances if it does not go in their favour. Asif Sheikh, that's the big wicket there.
I don't know if we're supposed to talk or... Are you sure? Right, so does he get that back foot back in time? That's what's critical. There's no doubt that he slides in playing the attacking sweep slog, but can he get that back foot back? Lovely bit of work from Charlesworth again, who's had a good game behind the stumps so far. Front foot, all okay. Big moment, massive moment.
This is very close, and it looks like to be going in favour of the fielding side. Great glove work behind the stumps by Ben Charlesworth. Asif Sheikh maybe just went that extra bit of stride forward, despite having those long levers. Don't think he's made it in time. You've got to have some part of your foot behind the wicket. Well, the decision's been given. In the big screen, Asif Sheikh's innings comes to an end. It's been a high-class innings that comes to an end in dramatic fashion.
Yeah, captain played well. Maybe just got out at the wrong time. Is there ever a right time? Goes for 54. Brilliant bit of glove work. The Bolts are 78 for 5. This looks like Samarakun. It looks like him. Lahiru Samarakun, I think. Sri Lankan all-rounder. Yeah.
Half the side back in the dugout for Janakpur bowls in this tournament opener. The defending champions just finding themselves in a bit of a situation here. Got to give it to the discipline of Kathmandu Gorkhas. They've come back a strong side. They've prepared well. They won both their practice games. Lahiru Samarakun walks out. There again. We keep talking about taking the pace of the delivery, bowling it slow through the air. And that's troubled the batters this evening, HT.
That Asif Sheikh wants to play. He's got himself in. He's got to a half century. But it's nicely bowled. A little bit of turn. But to me, this is all about the keeping of Charlesworth. That was quick, efficient, deadly.
There you can see turn, a lot of turn as well. The ball's gripping off the surface. What an over this has turned out to be. A wicket and 3 runs, 79 for 5. Yeah, what a cricketing spectacle unfolding here in the middle at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. These are live pictures coming to you. And those drone scenes are quite literally giving you a bird's eye view of what a beautiful stadium this has turned out to be in a year's time. Credit to the Cricket Association of Nepal. Yeah, just going by how things have panned out, we're into over number 15. Only 3 overs has gone to pace. Rest have been spinners, HT.
Again, what's encouraging here by Karan KC and his leadership is he takes the left arm spinner off and brings on the mystery spinner of Milland. Naturally, he's only got the 1 over left here, but they know that Samarakun as a left-hander would want to target the left arm spinners. Hit with the spin.
He's had to manufacture a shot. He's had to take a bit of risk, but without risk, you don't find reward. And this time he certainly will. Just breaks the shackles at the right time. Finds the release shot, Mayan. He'll have to keep going.
Big reach here from Mayan. It has to be, because Milan Kumar's length has been perfect. So he has to stretch and gets it up and over.
Yeah, you talk about the mystery bowlers. So much has changed in T20 cricket. HD. Milan Kumar, an off-spinner, mystery bowler. How do you designate him?
Oh, push hard, yeah. Oh, no. That's a good decision, because that's a lovely bit of outfielding. Yeah, an off-spinner, yes, but he bowls the one that comes sort of out the front of the hand, doesn't he? Seam up. And I think that's the little mystery that's attached to him.
Lovely delivery. 6 runs of over number 15. We're into the back 5 in this innings. It's going to be exhilarating. Janakpur bowls 85 for 5.
Well, just 5 overs left in this first innings. And the Bolts are going to have to try and drive up to some kind of a defendable total. They don't have what they would like at the moment. But 140 or so. As that's hit strongly back at Erasmus, who does well to keep it to a dot ball. You can see the tactics from the captain, Karen KC. He's sticking heavy with spin, isn't he? He's got so many options, 4 different bowling options, all spinners. And I think they've done a really good job on the whole, Fazil.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they were really motoring along at one stage, were the defending champions, but to 12 or 13, they've been really put on the back foot. Like 6 bowlers there used.
4 p.m. starts. We'll have the majority of that first innings in daylight. The floodlights really then will start to kick in, and that entirety of that second innings, where we're going to have to keep an eye on the dew, will be played under these magnificent new floodlights. Look at that sight. They can show me that shot again and again and again. It is quite stunning here. It's always been a beautiful ground. It's now a world-class ground.
Absolutely, it's for no reason that it's called, for that very reason that it's called the International Cricket Stadium, TU International Cricket Stadium here in Kathmandu. It's like a sight for sore eyes. And the mountains in the background really augur well. 16 overs done, 89 for 5.
What a beautiful sight. If you've never had the fortune to come to Nepal, you need to put it onto your bucket list now and find a way to get here to the beautiful Himalayan nation as soon as you can. It is great culture, great history, the most magnificent food if you're fond of a drink. They enjoy one across the valley here too. And I will tell you something, there is no better place to visit than here in Kathmandu, and indeed right the way across the country. Every single one of the 7 provinces represented in this Nepal Premier League by the 8 teams. All the way from the far west out in Sudar Pashim. Got the reigning champions here, down southeast in Janakpur. Heading out towards Bharatnagar in the far east. Okay, 4 overs left, 89 for 5 the score. And the skipper comes back into the attack. He's been impressive yet again, the folk hero of Nepal, the Valentine's Day boy. I'm going to tell you that story, Faisal, you'll love that.
Well, the good part really is the crowd that's come in here, huge numbers. That's the Red Bull fan zone. Well, get in there and make sure that you get yourselves a ticket. Fabulous spot to, what a hit this. Absolutely got the middle of the bat, but just not the placement.
You're just getting a look up there at the Red Bull zone. And Red Bull bringing new energy to this tournament. One of many sponsors who've got involved. Whipped away, and whipped away stylishly. That'll go all the way. Much more like it for the Bolts, and it's the homegrown Mayan Yadav doing the business for them.
Well, yes, it was really a gift, wasn't it? Just had to get bat on ball, help it on its way. Not very big boundaries here at the TU International Cricket Stadium, but just take a look at that. A nice little swivel. The key was he was always trying to time the ball, not really hit it too hard. And there it is, just over those boundary cushions, much to the elation of all these people who've come here to witness such a memorable event.
How do you expect the floodlights to affect play? Nobody really knows here. You've obviously played a lot of cricket in India, covered a lot of cricket in stadia that are used to floodlights. The ball will skid on a bit.
Well, it suddenly seems to be played differently. Just another shot of that magnificent venue, isn't it? I mean, not a seat available there for love or money. Just take a look at that. I mean, just all over the place. But just coming back to your point about the lights, yes, it does have a little effect on the pitch. But I'm just wondering what kind of effect it would have.
Guided away nicely into the offside. Should be a couple. Yeah, there was definite dew last night. It's that kind of little bit of skidding on off the surface, and then in the outfield can be difficult for the spinners too.
Well, yes, it would be. The ball would get a lot soapy. It would feel like a bar of soap in your hand. Very difficult to run around and stop it. But more importantly, what I'm wondering is these youngsters haven't had too much of exposure under lights, Andrew. So how would it be catching the ball with the night sky as the background? That's the crucial one.
Yeah, you're spot on there. In fact, it's only the national team players from Nepal who've played in the likes of Oman and other venues overseas. As this one's scythed away through the offside. Good strong shot. They're going to take on the arm for the second, slightly larger side. So they'll get back for 2. 3 overs remain. The 100 comes up. The Bolts, 100 for 5. Well, it's dusk, isn't it? And it means that these floodlights are kicking into full effect. I have to say, I've been privileged to come here more than 30 times now to Nepal. I've covered cricket at this ground since all the way back in 2018. I never thought I would see a day like this. And the pride of the nation, the front page of every paper, the talk of the country. It's here in Kirtipur. This isn't just a stadium and a ground. As they're going to take on the arm for the second, get back comfortably. Very wild throw. It's not just a stadium for this season or for next year. For decades and maybe centuries to come, this is going to be the place to be.
And just spare a thought for these kids playing out there in the middle. What an opportunity for them to express themselves in an international facility. The coverage of this going all around the world on Star Sports. It's a brilliant opportunity for these kids.
Now hammered, high, handsome, and just enough. Muhammad Adil Alam settled underneath it. He got